Hi everyone, it's Gail here to share the finished 1950s cookbook. So this is made with one of the 5-ring binder Better Homes and Gardens cookbooks. And it is, I believe its copyright is 1951. We'll look here. Yes, 1951. So, as you see, when I open the front here, there is fabric here with some lace and then a fabric pocket. I had to reinforce the spine on this one because it was a little wonky. Not bad, but I just put duct tape on both sides. You know, duct tape fixes everything. So I did that, and then I covered it with fabric and trim. So it's nice and sturdy and nice and strong. This book is a fat book, and I'm sure Donna, who I made this journal for, is going to maybe want to take some things out, but I just had a lot of fun things I wanted to share with her, and that's the great thing about 5-ring binders. You can take out pages, she can take out ephemera, whatever she wants to make it hers. So in the front pocket here is one of the little booklets full of paper with a little fabric spine that I made on a tutorial. So that's got a couple recipes for her too, right there. On this little flap, I put one of the little cards from the cookbook collection of, and she can write her name there. All the tabs were in this book and were in good shape. I have gone ahead and removed most of the original pages. I was going to grab that for you too so you could see, but I will be sending Donna all the extra pages. So she'll have a full cookbook. If she wants to take out all the fluffiness and put these back in, she sure could. Another thing I'm going to send Donna, because there wasn't room in the book, but I really wanted her to have this, is this Homemaker's Guide. It says For the Bride, and it's got some really awesome 50s images in it. And let's see if it's got there's a date here, 1952. So yeah. So I don't know, it must have been like a little, here we go, copyright 1950, Homemaker's Guide. I love it. So I'm going to send that along to her too. Okay, getting back to the journal. I've left all of the tabs as they are. She can use them as they are or decorate them. I will send her along some snippets of the paper that I used in this as well. So I have a little tuck here, and there's one of the journaling cards from the paper kit I used. Here is an old typewritten recipe from a lady in Helena, Montana, where I live. So I thought that was fun to add. And then a journaling card. This paper line is called, let's see if I can find a strip. This paper line was called, it's authentic, and it's called Saucy. So it has all the 50s images to it. Okay, there's a pocket on this side, and this is a cutoff from the I'm a Cool Mom kit that I also used. Here's a vintage recipe card, and then one of the journaling cards from the kit. One of the original pages. I tried to keep the ones with the pictures because they were so fun. And Donna did request red gingham too, thus the red gingham on the spine reinforcement. Little pocket here with a recipe card and a journal card. I love this paper collection. It's just beautiful. And it went the greens in it went perfectly with these tabs. So that was happy. So this page, this is a sack I got on my antique road trip, and so that flips up. She can do things underneath on both, and then I cut the side and put a recipe card with a tab. This is a 7 Gypsies recipe card, so I pop that in the side, and then on the back it kind of creates a tuck, and in there I have one of the journaling cards, and then I have this Betty Crocker, I don't know, it actually looks like it's made to put into the 5-ring binder, but it's a little long. So, and I like the strawberry shortcake, so I just tucked it up under there like that. These are vintage pages that were typed, that were in an old cookbook that I found at an estate sale. And the papers are wonderfully yellowed and vintage looking. Original page from the book. A couple of original pages. Those were beverages that looked really good, so I thought the 2 pages needed to stay. This is one of the I'm a Cool Mom printables. And then some beverages from that other old cookbook. So I've included those wherever I could. In each section, and they're just really fun because they're so aged. Here's the first one of the waterfall flips that you've seen on my videos. On the one side I have an index card with stickers from the collection, and then the other side has vintage recipes. And then this flips up, and there is, let me make sure I'm in frame. Yep. There is a pocket on this side, and it just has an old 50's page meal planning. And so I've just tucked that in there. Again, here's the breads, vintage recipes, a couple pages. I think I did 2 pages on all the ones that I grabbed out. This is the cake section. And this is one of the papers from the Saucy collection, and this folds all the way out. So I wanted to leave some room where Donna could do whatever she wants, add pockets, or, you know, glue down recipe cards, do something on these sides, whatever she wanted to do. So I did leave a few things unembellished so that she can do them. Here on this page, this is the candy area, our section, and I've done one of my faux front envelopes, and it tucks under here, and then opens up. I've got a journaling card under these tucks, and then this flips up. There's a belly band, and I've put a journaling card there. It says, I don't know what it is, but it's for dinner. Unidentified meal. And then a little pocket and a couple more of the journaling cards here stuck in there. And then this kind of goes under the tab, and this goes under the tab. And yeah, just one of those faux front envelopes. I do have a video tutorial on that in case you haven't seen it. And then on the clip, I have this little piece from the Cool Mom digital, and then this journaling card here. Again, this is the Cool Mom. And then a couple of recipes, brown sugar divinity. Doesn't that sound good? So a couple of candy recipes there. This is the canning and freezing section. And this is one of the papers from the collection. I just love this image. She just cracks me up. And a journaling card just tucked on there. Here is from the vintage cookbook, a timetable for canning fruits by the Can Cooked method. So hopefully Donna will find that helpful. And here's a little typed up canned cooked method sheet. This is the casserole section. Again, this is the paper from the collection, and I've just put a couple clips here. This one folds out too, but I made a pocket, and I included an S&H green stamp book that I don't know, when I think about, I guess it was more 60s, but my mom always collected those, and it was fun to look at the catalog for all the things she could get with her S&H green stamps. Here's another one of the waterfalls. This time the decorated index cards are on the front and the vintage ones are on the back. So that's another one. And then on this one, I just did a little trim, and this is the one that flips down. And so there's places to write there and places to write on the flip. And then let's see, where are we? We're in desserts because there is French ice cream, coffee ice cream, and sherbets and such on that page. Eggs and cheese. I put a couple of the pattern papers together to make a pocket here, and I just have included some vintage recipes. This is out of a cookbook. Chicken pot pie. That might be fun. And then this is like a children's one. Lucy's caramel custard ice cream. I tell you what, it's almost dinner time, and so all of this is making me a little hungry. So those all fit into the pocket. So some vintage egg recipes. This is the leftovers. Here I've just taken one of the images from I'm a Cool Mom and a vintage recipe and sewn it on just to decorate that cardstock a little. There's room for her to either glue things on or write there. This is just an old Quality Check Dairy Products Easy Cookery. And there's some more recipes in there. And the meat section, some pretty picture of lobster tails there. Oh, there was three pretty pictures in there, so I did them all. Oh, and I reinforced some of the holes where the pages were starting to rip, and just used a little pen on some white hole reinforcers to kind of make them more gingham, to go with the gingham. This is a fabric pocket with a cluster attached. There's a recipe card and then one of these vintage recipe cards. And this is actually a tuck back here too. So maybe I'll put that there so she knows that's a tuck. And on this side, there's just a little fold up. And in that pocket, I have a Mary Englebright card just because it went with everything. This is thing 75 Years of Happy Baking from Betty Crocker, and there's coupons, 8 cents. The coupon is 8 cents. That wouldn't do a lot today, would it? So that is in there, and then this is a 70s recipe card. So a little vintage recipe card there too. So I just kind of tuck that all in there. And stew with dumplings, and a recipe for dumplings. And chicken pie again. Yum. This is the pie section. This is one of the Cool Mom things, and I just had this in my stash. It's a little coaster. It says Made in England, and it's kind of got the tea and stuff on it. This is apple pie, pumpkin pie, and strawberry pie on the vintage recipes. And then this side, in one of my vintage flashcards, they had the word eat, so I stuck that in there. And then there's this recipe card that says it's another day in paradise minus the paradise. So I just tuck those in there. And then on this side are the kind of side flips. And in each of those, I've included, let's see, maybe I can get these ones out, an index card and I don't know if these are vintage or not, but a recipe card with a rose on them. I thought they were pretty. So we'll stick those back in there. And so that's on one side, and then from the paper pack is on the other. This is from the paper pack, and it's in a fabric pocket here with a journaling card attached. This was from another vintage recipe book, and it's avocado salads. Well, let's flip those. And then more salads here from the vintage book. Some of the pattern paper. There's a pocket here. And in this pocket, this is from Swan's Down Cake Mix, When a House Full of Prizes. And it's definitely from the 50s. It's wonderfully aged in its color, and it's got a lot of cake recipes in here. So, and it looks like it was a contest of some sort. And then this is the other little recipe card booklet that I made, and this one has pages in there too that she can write on. And soups, we're in the soup section. Vegetables, here's a cool mom image again. And this has a timetable for vegetables, how long to boil them. And then this page flips out, and I have tucked in here, this is a whole recipe book from Fleshman's, and the copyright on this is 1914. So excellent recipes for baking raised breads. And there's refreshing summer drinks in here as well. So it's from the yeast company, so it makes sense that the breads are in there. But yeah, and it has this little loop on it, and I just looped it over one of the rings so that it will just stay put right there. Then this is another side where I have the cards from the paper pack, and then the 2 cards in back. And then it's just another page from the paper with a journaling card. Here's another one of those quality check dairy products things. My little Made by Gail. And then in the back on this other little small tab, I've actually made a hinge here. I wanted to include this little book. It's like a children's baking book. And it was so cute, but I didn't want to tear it apart. So I just hinged it and then put it on the back. Here's the reinforcement in the back here and a little fabric collage. And that is the book. So I hope my friend Donna will be happy with it, and that is what she was looking for. And I just thank you so much for watching the flip through. So we'll just see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.